What's going on, everybody? Spiky Dash here with you. I wanted to go live real quick to just kind of give a little bit of an update on the channel and kind of what's to come for the future. Because as I'm sure some of you may have noticed over the past couple of weeks, there has not been a FFSR episode. And it's nothing, first off, I want to say it's nothing serious. It's not the reason. It's the biggest obstacle for me has been time. And I said last year, after I also had to cut it off early last year, I made a promise that I would try harder on FFSR this year, and clearly I haven't been able to do that. And it pains me to say that, but there are many reasons why. Like I said, the biggest has been time. It has been the biggest obstacle. Doing a show doing a stream, doing a video every single week is taking up a lot of my time. Where I feel like I need to devote time to other things, more importantly to my faith. I'm a devout Christian. I have been for years, but I need to start strengthening my relationship with the Lord, if that's, I guess, a good way to put it. I need to spend more time with that, and I'm getting grounded in a new church here in my hometown, and they want me to start getting involved in activities that would help serve not only the church but God, and that would also take up a lot of time that I would usually spend preparing for a FFSR stream. So and then of course with my job, with my want to spend time with my family, with spending time with friends, other hobbies. There just isn't enough hours in the day, I suppose, because here's the thing, even when here's the thing, even when I went paperless, when I had the notes to prep, when I had to do that, it took me a good 3-4 hours, folks, just to prepare for an FFSR. It took me that long because I'm a very detailed person, and I felt like I was so, and here's another thing. I know I'm going on tangents. It's not that I'm still not passionate about fantasy football. I am. I will still plan to play. I will still be passionate about it. Who knows? I might intersperse fantasy things in some of the other projects that I do on this channel. Who's to say? The thing of it is, though, is I don't, it's kind of like, it's not that the drive and the passion to do the show isn't there anymore. It's just that I don't want it to take up so much time that it strays me away from either more important things like God, or other things that I feel are also more important. So it's tough because FFSR was one of the first things I ever did on this channel. It probably was. So it has definitely been meant a lot to me to do FFSR, but as time has gone on and as time goes by and stuff like that, I kind of get a realization, I definitely saw it these past couple of weeks, and I look at it and I look at everything else in my life, and I realize this is kind of minute compared to everything else. This is significantly small. And even when I went paperless the last couple of weeks, I did an FFSR, I think it was in weeks 8 and 9. I felt like still I was doing it I don't want to. I know this might hurt, but half-ass. It didn't feel the same. It didn't feel the same as I usually did it. And I told you guys also last year that I never wanted to do an FFSR like that. I never wanted to. If I ever felt that way about it, I didn't want it to continue. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to have that same drive, that same passion. And right now, with the time constraint, with everything else going on, there just isn't the opportunity anymore to keep it going. So the bottom line is, and again, this is tough for me. The bottom line is, I don't have this. Not that I don't have the resources. I just don't have the time to fully invest in FFSR going forward. And like I said, this is one of the hardest decisions I've had to make regarding this channel. But I think this is for the best. Like I said, I will continue to be a supporter of fantasy. I will continue to play fantasy as well. Like I said, I may intersperse it, little nuggets, bits and pieces, maybe do an ATSD episode or other, things. Here's the thing. I want to do more spur of the moment things on this channel. And I think off the cuff that I did with Nate that one night, that was fun. Like I thoroughly enjoyed that. I thoroughly enjoyed that we're just talking about sports and other stuff. And I thoroughly enjoyed that. And Nate made the comment, and I love it, that people on YouTube want to see real. They want to see, what's going on. And while ATSD kind of does that for me in some way when I talk about, whether it be ponies, sports, life in general, that was just two best friends talking to each other about topics and what's going on in their mind. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Now, again, I'll say it's not that I didn't thoroughly enjoy FFSR. I did. But again, it was just the time was such a strain on me, and I felt like I needed to just kind of push that aside and spend that time that I usually spend prepping to other things, to more important Christian things, life things, more important stuff. So if any of you out there were fans of the FFSR or subscribed to my channel because of that, I know this might come as a surprise to you, and I'm sorry that it has to be this way. But again, I would never continue, and I've said it, and I've always believed this, and I will say it again. I would never want to continue something if I didn't give it my 100%, if I didn't give it my all, if I didn't give it my passion, because that is how I live my life. I can't live life any other way. And I feel like at this point, I just can't give 100% of time, 100% of effort, 100% of that drive, that passion that I have into doing FFSR going forward. I just can't do it. And so that, if you notice, that's why it's off the wall. But I just, it's not that I'm not, like I said, I'm going to remain passionate about the game. I'm going to remain passionate about the sport itself. I'm going to remain passionate. Don't get me wrong. I can't, doing a video, doing a stream every week just isn't feasible for me anymore. It's just, I want to do more unplanned stuff. I want to do, more like what we did with Nate with Off the Cuff. I want to do more of that. So that's kind of the direction I'm pushing the channel in going forward. Not doing a video every single week, but more on like a bi-weekly basis, like what I do with ATSD. ATSD, remember, that idea grew out of a pony convention. That idea grew out of Winnie City. That idea, and I've taken that, and yes, it's mostly pony-centric. But when pony's really not going on, I had to add other things to it. So now I'm adding, its mantra now. Its mantra is pony, sports, and life. That's what the show is. That's what it has become. And I do sometimes silly things on there, like try to chug a gallon of apple cider. I mean, that was a spur of the moment thing, but it happened, and I tried it, and I only got halfway through. So what more can you say? But I enjoy that. I enjoy, sharing those thoughts. So yeah, so doing a show every couple of weeks like that to me is more feasible for me personally. So and I know there's some channels out there that, put out content every single day or week or what have you. Well, they probably have the time, they probably have the resources, they probably have that propensity, and for a lot of those people, that's their career. Okay, those are the people that do YouTube somewhat for a living, that because they get the money for the monetization from the ads on the channel. That's what they do. I don't do that. So I'm very much okay with being I guess, smaller channel. Now, would it hurt to have more subscribers? Of course not. I definitely embrace that. Absolutely. Would I like to see more views? You bet I would. But I'm not going to go begging on, to people out there, please, spread the word. No, I don't do that. If I've always been a get what I can get kind of person. And because I've humbled myself, and that's the big thing about Christianity as well, is you have to humble yourself. You have to yes, be mindful and thankful for what you have, especially during this time of year. Hello, Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to all, by the way. Be mindful and thankful what you have. Be blessed that God gives you more, and use that to either also bless others, but sometimes you also got to bless yourself. And so I very much respected that over time, and I've grown to embrace that. So yeah, I'm okay with being a small channel. I'm okay with that. And again, as tough as it is to end FFSR, like I said, I'll still embrace the game, and it's not the end of the channel. It's not. I'm going to say that right now. Here's the thing. So that's now in the past. Here now is what's going to be the major going forward. ATSD will still go on. That now has pretty much become the anchor of this channel. ATSD is going to be the main forefront now. So that's going to be the main going forward. Episode 25 is probably going to be either probably early December, because I would like to do one toward the end of the month, maybe if time and space allows, or my schedule allows. But it could be either last week of November or first week of December. So keep in tune for that. I got a couple stories, topics I'm leaning toward talking about. So just keep in tune for that. So that will go on. Tracking the Madness is going to stay. That that's always been a bi-weekly show as well, because I do my projections every 2 weeks. So that helps me out better as well in regards to time. I have time to prep those out and make the projections and monitor all the stats and everything. So that's going to stay. Tracking the Madness will come back January of next year, like it always does, or run January to March, right up leading up till Selection Sunday. So that won't go away either. As for anything else, it's gonna be more, again, off the cuff, unprepared. It's gonna be little things like that, and that way, I'm not investing so much time into it. I know I am true fact. I am a planner in life. I am someone who prepares a lot. I always feel like you got to have a plan. I got to, this, that, and the other, very organized. And maybe that's a bit OCD. I don't know. I think I kind of am, because everything has a place in this home, in anything. I go crazy when I lose stuff. True story. I was having a mini freak out last night. In fact, I thought honestly that I had lost a couple years ago when I finally met Boomer from the Pacers, the mascot. I thought that I had lost the autograph I got at the Logansport game 3 years ago. Sure enough, I ransacked my sports drawer over here, and it's in the middle of a big stack of stuff. So I'm like, whew, I tape that bad boy up on the wall now, so that way I know where it is going forward. Beside the point. So yeah, I'm usually a very organized, plan, prep person. But I feel like in terms of the channel, I'm going to try to kind of move away from that. As hard as that's going to be for me, I'm going to try and move away from that just a little bit. ATSD, with ATSD, I don't do much planning. I don't do very much planning for ATSD. It just requires me to, okay, here's a topic I'm talking about. share the experience. That's really ATSD is, because it's like the title implies. It's according to me. It's what's going on in my life, how I feel about things, how I feel about certain topics. That's really, and I just share what's on my mind. And Tracking the Madness, that's my projection based on what college basketball is doing at that time of year. And when it's the heart of the conference season, I feel like is the best time to do bracket projections. I'm always stunned by some of them who are doing these projections like at the start of the season. Stop. That's ridiculous. You haven't even, you don't even have much data to go on of what they haven't done. For example, prime example of that, by the way, is Villanova. Villanova, of course, defending national champions. As much that upsets me. They're on my list over here of teams to despise forever. Villanova, of course, defending national champions, hyped as all get out. And then now they're 2-2, and they lose to Furman, for gosh sake. Furman in overtime, and they're out of the poll. And where are they now? You can't put too much stock into something that that you haven't any data on in front of you. So I wait. That's why I wait for Tracking the Madness to start that until January, because I wait till conference play starts to begin, and then I have enough data to go on to really figure out, okay, do I like this team above another? I think this team's good. This one's maybe not so much because that schedule number's high or what have you, or the new rating system. The RPI is going away. There's this new rating thing I'll have to look into for that as well. So there's a lot. So yeah, so I got a lot to look at, obviously, for when January comes around. But Tracking the Madness is not going away. ATSD is not going away. Those two now are going to be the main anchors of the channel. But from now on, anything else going forward is going to be off the cuff stuff. It's just going to be spur of the moment. What's on my mind? If something hits that I don't talk about, say on ATSD or TTM, then I'll go live and make a video about it, and I'll post. And I always post Twitter links anytime I go live. At Chris_Spiky_ I always post my Twitter link when I go live. So that way you guys know, oh, he's going live. He's probably going to talk about something. So I just want this to be more spur of the moment. I want it to, not take up so much time. That was the big drawback. That was getting to the point with FFSR. I didn't have the time anymore to dedicate to preparing. And not only that, again, I didn't have the full drive. I didn't have, the full go get them, let's go. I didn't have that anymore when I was doing it the last couple weeks. Even though it was still, a decent experience, I look back at it and I watch it and I go, it's not the same. It wasn't the same as like my very first video. I'm sure it didn't feel right. It didn't feel like an FFSR. It didn't feel like I had the full, I didn't feel like an FFSR video. So, and like I said, I never wanted to do that, at half the effort, even not even at 2/3 of the effort. I wanted to put 100% effort into it. And I just feel like going forward, there's more important things that I can use my time with than that. So I don't want to spend 3 to 4 hours of my days prepping every single week, to do that. So, it's like I said, this was not easy by any stretch, don't get me wrong, but I just gave it some serious thought over the past few weeks, and I was just really meditating on it and thinking to myself, is it really worth going forward with FFSR? Is it really worth it if I'm not going to, have that time, if I want to devote that time to something more important, is it worth spending that time to prepare for that? Is it really worth it? And the answer I kept getting was no. So the channel goes on. It will be, I enjoyed doing that for a good, I think I did it for a good 5 years. Well, I don't know about 5 years. It was, because I started FSR, I was living in the post office buildings when I started that. And that was like when I was still in, I think, high school maybe, especially when I was in college. But so yeah, I did that for maybe a good close to 10 years. But like I said, as time goes on, you quickly realize that if you can't give your same full drive, full time, full effort to something, and it doesn't feel right to you, it's time to put it aside and move forward. And that's honestly what I have decided to do here. So to all of you who enjoyed the stock report, I thank you for your words, for your thoughts and reviews. I cannot thank you enough for that. It means a lot that you. I hope you stick around. And if you don't, that's okay. I'm not going to be upset. I promise you. If the major reason you subscribed was because of the stock report, and you're going to be now upset that it's gone, I understand completely. I get it, but this is a decision that I feel, while hard, is best for me personally, and for the channel going forward. I just, like I said, I can't continue to invest in something when I don't feel like I'm giving my full effort to it, and can't devote full time to it. And I just feel like there are more important things that I can devote that time to. So please be understanding of that. But if it does make you leave as a subscriber, that's totally okay. It's free country. You do what you want. And that's what's great about that. But to those of you who did watch it for that, I thank you. Thank you. And again, I hope you stick around for TTM, for more ATSD episodes, and for anything else that comes up. I'm still excited about what this channel can do going forward. I'm still very excited. That's the thing about life. We never know what the next day is going to bring us. But all we can do is, use the time that we have to, not only help and bless others, but help ourselves, to be, especially again during this time of year, to be thankful for, all that we have, and this year, with Thanksgiving being tomorrow, and I said a prayer earlier today, of course I'm thankful for God always, number one. Number two, I'm thankful for my family and friends who are close to me, for being a part of my life, for being on the ride, and enjoying every single second of it, and for all that they do for me. My mom, my best friend Nate and his wife Sarah, who live next door. My friend Matt, Erica. Everybody who I come in contact with from that perspective, my close circle. They know how important they are to me, so I'm definitely thankful for them. I'm thankful for my job. I have a great job. I love my job. I've been there a little more than 8 years now. My coworkers, my management team. I am so thankful to be where I am there, and I could not enjoy what I do more. Even though it can get hectic some days, I've learned to take the good with the bad. So I think that they really taught me that. So I thank them for that. I'm thankful for my social media. I'm thankful for Twitter. I never thought the day would come that I use Twitter more than Facebook, but that's really happened. I hardly use Facebook anymore on only like rare occasions, but unless I'm posting like where I'm at or whatever, I use Twitter a lot more. And I'm thankful for all my Twitter followers. I'm thankful for anyone that tweets me on social media. I'm thankful for them. I'm thankful for the Brony community on social media. Gosh, I never in my wildest dreams, and I know I say this, but never in my wildest dreams did I think that I could not be happier to be a part of such an awesome community. Again, and I said it on my last ATSD, and I know I'm saying it again now, I know I'm repeating myself, but if past me would have told future me 5 years ago, oh, by the way, you're going to become a fan of a show called My Little Pony and become a part of the Brony community, future me would have looked at past me, or past me would have looked at future me and said, are you absolutely outside of your mind? But here we are, and I never would have guessed how awesome the community is and how amazing it is, and leading to things like this and this and this. I mean, it blows my mind every single day, and how awesome this community is, and the friends I make on Twitter. I hope I get to meet some of you in real life at conventions. I really do, especially next year. I'm really hoping for that. Gosh, I'm getting so emotional already. But I thank you for that. I'm very thankful for the community that the Burning community as well. And I'm also just thankful for, again, all of you. I'm thankful for those of you who click on these videos and watch, however long you do. If you watch the whole thing, if you watch just a little bit of parts that interest you, I appreciate it. I really, really, really do. And just know that going forward, yes, this channel, may have lost a major chunk of itself, but rest assured, going forward, it will still be, I will still try to make this channel the best it can possibly be. With ATSD, with Tracking the Madness, and more off-the-cuff stuff. I'm still going to try to make this channel, successful in my mind. I don't measure channel success by money, because I don't do this for money. I don't measure the channel success, by the comments, because I rarely get any or see any. I measure it by, the number of subscribers. I measure it by the viewers. I measure it by how vested you guys are in what I do. And again, I appreciate all of that. I really, really do. So the thing, so yes, while FFSR may be ending, what I can promise you is this. This channel is going to keep going. This channel is still going to do some really cool things, whatever they may be. Like I said, it's going to be more off the cuff. Aside from ATSD and Tracking the Madness, it's going to be more off the cuff, surprise than anything. But you'll know when a video is, especially if you hit that little notification bell on the channel. If you're subscribed, if you hit that, you'll know when I go live, or on Twitter, you'll know. This channel will press forward, and I will do my darndest to make sure that it impresses at least somebody, and hopefully many somebodies out there. So I thank you for all the support, your views, you subscribe, you know who you are. I thank you for that, and just know that going forward, this channel's going to do its hardest to continue to be as impressive as it can be. That's really all I can tell you. That's really what I can say. So thank you very much, and have a blessed Thanksgiving. Spend some time with your family if you can. If you can't, think about them. Give them a call. Tell them you love them. Just let them know that, hey, I'm thinking about you. Or if you've lost those loved ones, say a prayer. Be thinking about them. Go maybe visit. Visit the grave. Do something. Just spend some time or think about your loved ones. That's what the big holidays are for, like this. So just be thankful. Just be thankful what you have. I'm thankful for so much. I'm thankful for this channel. I'm thankful for you guys. So thank you very much. Thank you for watching this quick update, and I hope you all have an absolutely blessed Thanksgiving and holiday season to come. Spiky Dash out. God bless every single one of you.